In a pathetic attempt to make Pierre Poilievre look bad, CBC host David Cochran pulls up this nearly 15-year-old clip of him, and in response to this, Lisa Raitt tears him a new one.
Happening. So, but I want to play part of an exchange. Yeah. This is at committee, and Stephen Harper, chief of staff at the time, Nigel Wright, very successful businessman, came into public service with a lot of holdings and had to set up some of the mechanisms similar to what the Prime Minister is going through now. He was at committee, and one of the MPs asking him questions was a young man from Carleton Nepean at the time. Just have a listen to this.
Can you explain the purpose behind the blind trust?
This blind trust follows a form that was created and drafted by the Ethics Commissioner. I transferred all of my controlled assets into the blind trust in late October. The blind trustee is the legal owner of them all now, and I'm not to have any communication of any sort, no direction, no advice, no information about what's in there. I do not know and will not know what's in there.
There seems to be some misunderstanding in the way that this has been debated by some members. We have to recognize that there are going to be people in this world of public service that come from different backgrounds that obviously the government interacts with, but that is a strength for our country.
Okay, that's from 2010. We went back 4 years earlier, too. The video for this doesn't exist, but the transcript, this is another committee appearance where Mr. Poilievre, who's the Nepean Carleton MP at the time, debating with Duff Conacher from Democracy Watch. This is when the Conservatives were bringing in the Accountability Act. And he defends blind trust, saying we would not know anything since it's a completely blind trust. We would not know what we held. That's why it's blind. You would have no knowledge that you owned it. So how could you possibly be voting in favor of your private interests if you didn't know what those private interests were? Okay, Lisa, a quick last word on that, and then I want to switch to the other topic. Anything you want to add?
Yes, of course it's worth his time because there is going to be mistakes made in the next 2 years. And he gets to point back to this point in time when he indicated that this was going to be problematic. And number two, I know that we've gone down the path of judging Mr. Poilievre on everything he said in the past. When Minister LeBlanc comes forward and defends the choice of the Prime Minister, I hope that you read back to him his Hansard when he went after Mr. Wright on exactly the same topic and ask him whether or not it's something he should be doing. Is it hypocritical of him now defending the Prime Minister when in fact he went after Mr. Wright in the past? And I think if you're going to do that, then that's fair ball. If not, you're beating up on Conservatives where they don't need to be beat up on.
Okay. I mean, Mr. Poilievre raised the issue today. This is why we're examining this issue today. So, he put it on the table. We've got to look at it and assess it. So that's what we're doing today.
Oh, that's what we're doing today, just bashing the Conservatives. Only today, though. The CBC does an amazing job investigating Conservatives 20 years ago. Yeah, so the clip was from roughly 15, but then he said he's reading a transcript from 4 years prior to that. They didn't want Conservative voices on the panel to begin with, based on what we've heard from Travis Donraj. Of course, they're not going to play liberal gotcha moments. We all know they're incredibly biased at this point. Just shut them down. Anyway, I'd like to know what you think down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Thank you very much for watching.